Hello, welcome to Recap Rhapsody. Today, I'd like to show you a horror and mystery movie, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Although not brilliant, with its exciting plot and the performances of the actors in the movie, this is also a film with the theme of witches that is worth watching. Warning, spoiler and containing violent contents, please consider before viewing. If you want to experience the whole movie, rent or purchase it on Amazon Instant Video, iTunes, Google Play, and Vudu, or free on Tubi. If you have a history of heart disease, nervous system disorders, or allergies to horror movies, I sincerely advise you not to watch this movie and read its plot instead. The Autopsy of Jane Doe follows the story of a father-son duo, Tommy and Austin, who work as coroners in a small town. One night, they receive the body of an unidentified young woman, Jane Doe, found at the scene of a brutal murder. The police want answers, and the clock is ticking. But as the two men begin the autopsy, they soon realize that they are dealing with something far more sinister than they could have ever imagined. The movie opens with a sequence of eerie shots of an abandoned house where a family has been brutally murdered. The police discover the body of an unidentified woman buried in the basement, and they bring her to the coroner's office. Sheriff Sheldon Burke finds no signs of forced entry, and Lieutenant Wade suggests that the victims were trying to escape. There is also Ann Alvarez, a worker who has died. The cops think Alvarez did it and needed a place to dump Jane's body. In the process, they all end up dead. Emma Roberts, Austin's girlfriend, visits them before the autopsy begins. Tommy explains that coroners in the past used to tie bells to bodies to ensure they were dead, not comatose. Sheriff Burke arrives with the mysterious body of Jane Doe and tells Tommy that he needs the cause of death by morning. Austin postpones his date with Emma to help his father, promising to meet her later that evening. After that, Tommy and Austin perform the autopsy and quickly become confused. There are no external visible signs of trauma, but her wrist and ankle bones had been shattered. Her tongue has been crudely cut out, one of her molars is missing, her lungs are blackened, as though she had suffered third-degree burns, and her internal organs reveal numerous cuts and scarring. Jimson weed, a paralyzing agent not native to the area, is found in her stomach. The condition of much of the body suggests that death had just occurred, while cloudiness of the corpse size suggests she has been dead for several days. Other mysterious events occur. The radio spontaneously changes stations, frequently settling on the song, "Open Up Your Heart and Let the Sun Shine In."
Let the sun shine in. Mommy told me something.
And Austin believes he sees people standing in the morgue's hallway. Investigating, he finds their cat, Stanley, mortally wounded. Sadly, Tommy has to snap Stanley's neck to put him out of his misery, before reluctantly incinerating the corpse. Continuing the autopsy, Tommy finds the woman's missing tooth wrapped in a piece of cloth in her stomach. The cloth has Roman numerals, letters, and an odd diagram. Similar symbols are found on the inside of her skin. Suddenly, all the lights in the room explode. During the confusion, they realize other corpses in the morgue have gone missing. They decide to leave, but the elevator does not work, and a fallen tree is blocking the exit door. An unseen figure leaves bruises on Tommy when he goes to the bathroom. They return to the autopsy room and again examine the corpse. When the door locks itself, Austin hacks it with an emergency axe. Through an opening, they see one of the missing corpses. Unable to get to the cremation furnace, they set the corpse ablaze in the exam room. The fire spreads rapidly. Tommy puts it out with an extinguisher, but is disturbed to find the body has not burned. When the elevator turns back on, Tommy and Austin try to escape, but the doors will not close. Panicked, Tommy uses an axe against what he believes to be one of the animated corpses. When he and Austin exit the elevator, they discover he has killed Emma, who had returned to meet Austin. Certain that Jane Doe's corpse has been preventing them from finding out the truth about her death, they return to the examination room. Tests determine that Jane Doe's brain tissue cells remain active, proving that she is somehow still alive. Further examination of the cloth determines that the markings refer to Leviticus 20:27, which condemns witches, and the year 1693, the date of the Salem witch trials. Tommy and Austin reason that in their attempt to punish a witch, the Salem authorities instead transformed an innocent woman into a witch, rendering her immortal and allowing her to feel all of the pain her body endures, even though she appears dead. Tommy offers himself to the corpse as a sacrifice, hoping she will spare Austin. Tommy's ankles and wrists shatter, mimicking the corpse's wounds. As the wounds occur to Tommy, the corpse's own wounds begin to heal, seemingly ending her curse. Tommy reaches for a knife to cut out his own tongue and complete the ritual. However, Austin reluctantly stabs his father in the chest to end his misery. Believing he hears the sheriff outside, Austin tries to flee, but realizes the voice is another hallucination. Startled by a vision of Tommy's corpse, Austin trips over the railing and falls to his death. The police arrive the next morning and are confused by another inexplicable crime scene. Tommy, Austin, and Emma are dead. It seems look quite similar with the first crime scene as we see at the beginning. Jane's body is intact and no autopsy has been done on her. The corpse, showing no signs of trauma, is taken to Virginia Commonwealth University. During the ambulance ride, the radio plays "Open Up Your Heart and Let the Sun Shine In," and the corpse's big toe twitches. The movie doesn't explicitly show what Jane's ending looks like, but with the movement of her toe and the wound healing over time, the audience can imagine the scene of Jane's resurrection or anything else. Video is end here. Thanks for watching until this time. Hope you've had a good time. Remember to watch this movie to feel the terrified and horror.